Hi everyone, Stepan here. I have the black pieces in this game. Okay, they made a move. Last game my opponent didn't make a move and the game was aborted and I waited for a long time. Let me just see if everything is okay with the video. Everything should be okay. No, not the exchange Slav. No. I'm sorry, it's going to be a boring opening. Hopefully the game isn't boring itself. I really don't like playing the exchange Slav. I really don't like it. My favorite idea thus far is to trade off my bishop for this knight. And then, okay. That's slightly unusual. So if you go bishop f5, they can take, and queen b3 wins the pawn. If I go e6, my bishop is blocked in, and he tricked me, or she. So what's a useful move that doesn't do any of those things? Maybe I can grab the bishop pair and play like that, and on h6, bishop f6, ef6, queen b3. I'm still in a bit of trouble. I'm just gonna go e6. I don't know this position that well. I remember studying it, but I don't remember exactly what to do. I usually get my bishop out, but I was too afraid to experiment in a 15-minute game. If this was a tournament game, I'd be spending a lot more time. There has to be a way to punish this. I just don't know it. We'll have a look at it after the game. If it's not clear immediately why bishop g5 is inferior to bishop f4, and I have no idea why that would be the case, then it's a very good move. Because on any bishop f5 or bishop g4 takes queen b3. Okay, I have to stop thinking about that. We need to think about getting our bishop out. So this, if the e-pawn was on c3, this would be a normal queen's gambit declined exchange variation. Except for the fact that the bishop should be on d3. So what should my plan be here? I'm looking at knight e4, bishop e7, knight c3, bishop d8, knight d1. And if bishop a5, for example, then knight b2. I don't know how good those trades are, considering that my bishop is going to be stuck on the light squares. So I need to start preparing e5. To be able to do that, I need to support d5 some more. Maybe I could try bishop d7 and developing that way. But I don't like it that much. So if I go bishop d7 and rook c8... I played e6 in one exchange Slav game in my last tournament, and I lost the game even though I was winning, but and both of those things are irrelevant. The important thing is that I got outplayed in the opening. I don't know how to play this pawn structure with my bishop stuck on c8. And in that game I did play bishop d7. So in this game let's try playing for e5. So I'm gonna go rook e8. I should have gone bishop d6 instead of bishop e7. But then again, after e5, my d5 pawn would be hanging. So I'm thinking I can go bishop f8 here. But they're going to go e4. So I cannot go bishop f8. So bishop f8, e4, d4, knight e4. What can I do? I don't know this position. I don't know how to play this position. I feel like I should be playing for e5. But I'm also concerned. So for now I'm just going to be safe and play bishop d7 and try to go rook c8 and a6 b5. I think bishop f8 is very risky. I also think e5 would leave my pawn on d5 defenseless. So I'll just develop and maybe go for knight e4 later on. Okay, so this is normal, I think. I want to go a6, b5, b4. So a6, e4 takes, knight takes, bishop e7, queen e7, bishop e4, or rook e7, rook e4. That seems okay, I think. I need to start playing a bit more quickly because I'm 3 minutes down and we're on move 12 and I haven't done anything. And I spent my time for nothing. That's the worst thing. I just played moves which probably aren't optimal. And I played them too slowly. Yeah, there are no bishop h7 tricks. I don't know if he's looking at that, but there are no bishop h7 tricks. I have two pieces in the dark square diagonal, so knight g5 is never a threat. On e4 I may just take knight e4, but maybe he's also afraid of isolating his d-pawn, although it's probably going to be very easy to push through with d5. Maybe I can even consider instead of b5 going for knight a7 and bishop b5, doubling my b-pawns but weakening the a-pawn and getting rid of my bad bishop. But then I'm leaving the e5 square undefended, which I don't like. I think strategically that's a good plan if I could magically trade off the f6 knight for the f3 knight. Okay, that's a sensible plan. He just wants to mate me. So the threat is queen d3, bishop f6. So what do I do? I could play b5 and on queen d3 I could simply go g6, but then h4, b4, knight a4. Can I then go knight d4? I think I can. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I don't want to do anything before he plays queen d3. And I think g6 is okay. I don't think I'm weak on the dark squares. I think misplacing the knight is a serious issue for him, because I'm threatening b4, knight a4, knight d4. If he plays queen d3. But queen c2 is also risky because of b4, knight a4, knight d4. Anyway, I don't know. If I can trade off my light squared bishop, I'm going to be happy. Maybe a3, but I think on a3 I can just play b4 anyway. And then start targeting the b2 pawn with queen b6 maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't play queen d3, what's the plan? He cannot play b4. He can play a3 But maybe I can simply go queen b6 on a3 and then prepare a5. Because a3 weakens his queen side significantly. And if b4 is going to happen, then dealing with it without a3 is much easier, because you keep some solidity to your pawn structure. If you can imagine a3, queen b6, for example, queen d3, g6, and I don't know, h3, a5 with the threat of b4. Let's say white does nothing. King h1, I go b4, ab, knight a4, queen b4, and they have to go b3, I think, to defend the knight. Yeah, I think that's just superior for me. The c5 square is weak, so they could choose to play bishop takes f6, bishop f6, and knight c5. But I think I can immediately snap off the knight on a4. Okay, yeah, this was actually bad calculation, because the queen was on d3 undefending the knight on a4. So knight a4 isn't even possible if queen d3. So let's say all of that happens without queen d3. So a3, a5, and b4 happens, and knight a4. Okay, it is possible. My knight is still on c6. I don't know. I'm going too far and not correctly enough, because I'm not giving white any useful moves to complete the sequence. But I don't think a3 should be played. Then again, I don't know what should be played. I think queen d3, g6, and h4 is a good plan. I don't know why he wouldn't play it. h5 is not a threat, so he'd have to give up his bishop on f6 to play h5, after which my dark squares are definitely not weak, and h5 doesn't do anything. So I don't know how to continue the attack. I'm not sure. This is the first time my opponent's thinking, and he has been thinking for a while. I could just play b4 on a3 anyway. Simply opening up my bishop. Because if my opponent plays a3 and I go b4 and they take, I could play knight takes b4 temporarily, just to open up my bishop, and then I could go bishop b5, and without the a pawn my bishop can never be harassed. And of course that's the bishop I would like to trade. So okay, so he wants to double all the e-pawns. But I don't think that works. So knight e5, d5, knight e4, knight e4. I can simply go bishop g5, keeping my pawns intact. But then, is he threatening queen h5? So knight e5, d5, knight e4, knight e4, bishop g5. If queen h5, I have queen bishop h6. If knight g5, I have queen g5. I think this works. I'm going to do it. I don't see... well, I could consider playing b4. b4... Then they can go knight c6. No, this is better. I think this works. I'm sorry about this. Kira, dosta. I'm not home. We are at Lucia's parents' place, and my dog is barking because someone rang. So I was thinking knight e4, and if knight e4, bishop g5, and if bishop e7, then knight c3. So let's just go through that again. Knight e4. Bishop e7, knight c3, bishop d8, for example, knight d1. I think that works. I'm just gonna do it. I don't see a problem with that. Bishop e7, knight c3, knight e4, bishop g5, and I keep my pawn structure intact. I don't know, but I prefer black now. I think this wasn't a good idea. And as soon as I play b4, my bishop is a great piece. Because on bishop g5, if they don't take, they have to move the knight again. So knight e4, bishop g5, queen h5, bishop h6, they have knight d6, but I have rook c1. And after rook c1, I can play, well, rook f8 is the only move, then rook c8. Oof, that's actually scary. Knight e4, bishop g5, queen h5, knight e4, bishop g5, queen h5, bishop h6, knight d6, rook c1, rook c1, rook f8. If rook c8, queen b6 or queen a5. I'm gonna go for it because I think it's okay. I understand that they have knight d6, but I think this pawn structure is favorable for me, and I can trade off the knight later with g6 and bishop f8. I still think queen h5 is the only move, otherwise no compensation to white. So queen h5, bishop h6. Wait, I could consider simply taking the knight. Am I getting mated? I don't think I'm getting mated. Maybe I don't have to play bishop h6. Oh, I'm stupid. I can play h6. What am I talking about? I don't have to play bishop h6. Okay, now I have to take with the bishop. Otherwise, knight d6 wins an exchange. Queen h5, can I just take the knight? Why did I think that wasn't possible? Queen h5, I can just take the knight. And on bishop take, I play bishop h6. Jesus, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, that was just stupid. Okay, so let's just play rook f8. I think that's... I cannot play rook e7 because of queen h5. Okay, threatens to win, so I have to play g6. And on rook c1 I have bishop d7, so that's not the end of the world. What was I talking about? On queen h5 I could have just taken the knight. That was very poor calculation. I'm actually ahead on the clock, which never happens. Okay, I have to play bishop d7. Okay, takes, rook takes, rook d8. They have knight b7 winning. So I need a useful move. I think I'm just gonna go bishop. Oh, on bishop e7, then knight b7. Wow, okay. I underestimated queen c7. Maybe I have to play b4. Ah, no, I can take. I can take because mate is hanging. Ah, okay, so queen c7, rook c7. I can simply go rook d8, and on knight b7 I can go rook c8. Okay. Okay, it's okay. I thought knight b7 just wins, but I can go rook c8. Whew, okay. Knight b7, rook c8. He has to trade. And I can simply go bishop back to d7 and probably have a winning endgame with the bishop pair. Okay. Maybe I should have gone bishop h6, f8, but... Ah. Okay. Yeah, I should have gone bishop h6. I'm an idiot. At least I'm going to get a lot of pawns. I have to go rook c8. Yeah, I should have gone bishop h6. Why didn't I take my time? Ah. I don't know if I should play bishop h4 or not. Probably should. Maybe that gives me better winning chances. Better drawing chances, excuse me. Okay, let's grab this one, and on knight d6 I'm gonna go here. Maybe I can hold this. Maybe. Unless I get mated, that is. If I go rook e2, then they're gonna go king g5. So how can I... I cannot allow king g5, but I cannot prevent it either. If I go king g7, they just go knight g5 check. Yeah, he's threatening king g5, king f6, and rook d1, rook d8, rook h8, mate. So I think I have to go king f8 now. So king f8, king g5, king e8, rook a7, for example. At least that way I have the d7 square for my king. I think because this is a very simple plan, and then mate here if I go h5, and I cannot secure the square in time. Okay, now at least it's not mate. At least it's not mate. So let's say rook e2, king g5, let's say rook h2, king f6. There's nothing I can do. But I can go h6. So I can go h6, king h7, rook e2, rook h6, and then rook g2, evicting the king. Maybe that's a good idea. I'm gonna try that. Because other than rook h7, I don't see what he should do. While the knight was in my position, I basically couldn't play h6 because knight h6 check. But after king f8 and him moving the knight, I can actually prevent the king from coming in. Unless I get mated, I think I should be able to hold. Of course, a knight is a knight, but white pawns aren't great, and rook and knight versus rook I can hold. I should have played bishop h6. This was just stupid. I just blundered away a piece. I didn't pay attention. He defended against mate and then I just didn't move my piece. Okay, I have to go back. But at least now I'm not gonna be allowing the king in. Okay, so I cannot lose the g pawn, I think. So if I go king g7, king g7, rook e6. Okay, I'm gonna go king g7 because on rook e6 and knight e8 I have king f7. It would be funny if he played h3, because then h5 check is actually mate. If I play h3, then h5 and rook g3. Checkmate. I don't know, I plan to just push my d-pawn. I don't think it's fast enough, but... how does that work? Okay, I'm just gonna take, otherwise I lose my g-pawn with check. I don't understand this sequence. Why would he give me all of these passers now? And actually, if he checks me on f7 now, I can go king g6. Okay, can I try to queen my d-pawn now? Or, better said, which pawn should I try to queen? I think the b-pawn, because it's not easy to control it with the knight, because my d-pawn is controlling the c4 square. Also, I can support it with a5. And I would have to play something like knight e8. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go b4. I don't have a lot of time to calculate this, and I think calculating all the variations is pretty much impossible, but... okay. I'm just gonna go king f8. Rook takes loses, I think. Or I'm sure rook takes loses. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna push my pawn. Haven't been playing this well. I have a lot of distractions over here, and I'm sorry for that. It's very hard to concentrate. There's a bit of a mess here. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, I have to go. I can throw in a check first. No, I cannot throw in h5 check because of king f3. I have to go rook e2, I think. I don't think I have a choice. Ah, this is mate. Okay, nice. I'm sorry about this. This is very poor. Congratulations to my opponent. I don't think I've played a worse game in a while. But okay. Let's just see about this bishop g5 idea. Most people do play e6, but you can actually play knight e4. Okay, let's have a look at it. This has never been played. This is very strange. Okay. Wow. It seems that my opponent played almost perfectly. Yeah, this was just stupid. Wait, why couldn't I go here? What's the problem now? Wait, this is worse than bishop e7? How? Okay, I'm not good enough to understand this. Wait, on king f8 he doesn't lose a piece? Ah. Wait, what? Yeah, I didn't see this. Yeah, and there was just no hope. So he played incredibly well. I had a blunder and one mistake, and he had no mistakes, 0 blunders, so he played a perfect game. Again, I don't want to say anything, but he did play suspiciously well. No, I'm sorry about this. I'm sure he didn't cheat. He just played really well, and I played poorly. But I don't understand this sequence. After f4, somehow I played bishop e7, which is correct. Okay. I mean, and again, it seemed very strange that he played bishop g5 and then bishop e2, because those moves are not thematic. It's just really weird. That's the part I find weird. He played moves that make no sense in the position. And the nonsense I was saying here, that he can go queen h5 and I was going to go bishop h6. I thought if I take the knight, he takes with the bishop, which is insane. Because my bishop is not attacked. I thought my bishop was attacked. I thought if I go g6, he just plays queen g5, which is absurd. Yeah, this wasn't a good game. Congratulations to my opponent. He really played really well. I'm going to play the next one when there are no distractions around. This just wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm a bit annoyed. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.